Hello, it's Polish Pol VR, welcome back to the channel. We are here today to do some more PlayStation VR2 news, and today we've got quite packed one. I'll be reviewing Lumines Arise and Audiotrip for PlayStation VR2, but that's not all. We also got news about a brand new game / application coming to PlayStation VR2, and if you ever wished to have a proper Google Earth experience in virtual reality on PSVR2, this one might be actually even better. Plus, there is an update for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is rolling out to beta testers right now, and everything in that update will carry over to PS5 launch next month and PSVR2 version next year. So, before I start, if you like what you're seeing, then please like and subscribe. It really helps me stay relevant, and also it helps me grow the channel and keep bringing you the latest PSVR2 news, reviews, gameplay and everything else, and I just super appreciate you doing so. Okay, now let's go. So we are starting from Lumines Arise review. This is the disclaimer. Review key was provided to me for free ahead of the release, but as always you're gonna get my honest opinion. Lumines Arise comes from the creative minds behind Tetris Effects and Res Infinite, developers well known for creating sensory experiences designed to put you into this meditative, almost zen-like state. Their games blend visuals, music and interaction in a way that's meant to hypnotize your senses. So, is it good, or does it suck balls? Let's find out. At its core, Lumines Arise is a rhythmic puzzle game where you drop and rotate two tones square to form larger blocks of matching colors / shapes, whatever the blocks look like. Once you line them up, a timeline sweeps across the screen, creating match cubes and scoring points. The trick is to build combos by timing and stacking your blocks efficiently before the screen fills up. In Journey mode, which serves as the main story experience, each stage changes the pace. Some levels have faster block drops or timelines, while others slow things down, forcing you to constantly adapt your rhythm and strategy. A major new addition is a burst mode. Once your burst meter passes 50%, you can activate it to create massive expansive squares that clear large portion of the screen. It's a great way to recover from bad situations or chase high scores. To progress, you need to clear a set of of lines, so usually the number is between 70 and 90. For newcomers like myself, finishing the story takes around 3 to 4 hours at first attempt on easier difficulty, but replay value is high thanks to the game's collectible companions called Lumi, or travelers, whatever you want to call them. They are all over the levels, and there's about thousands of them, and they appear during powerful bursts or skillful plays and will follow you on your journey. There's also a handy training mode to help you grasp the mechanics. It's an easy game to learn, but quite tricky to master. The perfect balance puzzle fans love. Still, compared to Tetris Effect, Lumines doesn't quite deliver the same satisfying precision or emotional heights, but that is in my personal opinion. After completing the Journey mode, you unlock Journey Survivor, but also from the start you can also play a range of multiplayer mode with cross-platform support. The online lobby is super charming and cute. You can walk around, check player's stat, and jump into rank or casual matches. There's also a local multiplayer, leaderboards, and a variety of match types, giving you plenty to do even after the story ends. As you play, you earn points to spend in a in-game shop packed with cosmetics unlocks. Many items are tied to achievements or specific milestones, encouraging replayability and giving you that cool look like your avatar says, yes, I've done so. It's a nice touch that gives you reason to keep coming back. Visually, Lumines Arise looks great on a flat display, but since this is a virtual reality channel, let's focus on PSVR2 version. And unfortunately, this is where the experience stumbles a bit. The game runs using reprojection, and you know, it's not the biggest issues, but you can see it. And while it's not overly blurry, it's noticeable, you know, it's less sharp than most modern PSVR2 titles. Edges can appear jagged, and overall depth perception feels a bit flat. The 3D effect isn't just here as prominent because of the, you know, slight blurriness. The more blurry the game, the less depth I see. That's how I'm looking at it. But I also tested the game just for the reviews purposes on PlayStation Portal, since Lumines has that nostalgic handheld vibe. Sadly, it plays like ass on the Portal. Slight input lag and heavy compression thanks to the game's dense particle effects make it quite poor fit. Not the developer's fault, but worth noting. And this is another disclaimer: I have a super fast, stable 1 GB internet, and it's still, I think the compression is the main issue here. Anyway, artistically, Lumines shines. Despite simple assets, Enhance cleverly uses lighting, color, and particle effects to craft mesmerizing scenes. The PSVR2's 4K OLED HDR display usually helps the visuals pop, but in Lumines Arise it's not as much as you expect. It is the game built in Unity, and I noticed, like several other Unity-based VR games, it struggles to reach the same level of visual polish as the game in other, be it proprietary engines or Unreal. So it makes me wonder if it's Unity that don't have good enough tools for the developers, making their VR games feel a bit dated. The soundtrack is a mixed bag for me as well. This is from the same team that brought you Tetris Effect soundtrack, are beautiful songs, but here soundtracks are truly excellent, classic enhanced style electronic rhythms that perfectly sync with the gameplay, but a few tracks are, and listen, I'm really sorry to say it, but they're just bad. Let's just say they were moments when I was more irritated than immersed because the song. Anyway, even in VR, Lumines Arise plays best with DualSense controller. The D-pad offers precise controls, face buttons handle the rotation, and triggers activate burst. The controls are tight and responsive, which is essential for a fast-paced puzzle game like this, and the developers tuned them to perfection. Haptics are fine, they add subtle feedback, but they don't reach the level of depth seen in other native PlayStation VR2 rhythm experiences. Accessibility is a strong point here. The developers included tons of options, the options to reduce visual clutter, which sometimes can get in the way if you playing really fast. You can slow down the gameplay or even stop blocks from falling until you're ready. It's nothing I used, but it's a thoughtful inclusion that ensures anyone can enjoy the experience, no matter their skill level. Lumines Arise is a solid, stylish puzzle game that unfortunately doesn't reach the transcendent heights of Enhance's earlier masterpieces. The gameplay loop is satisfying, but the VR presentation feels dated now, visually soft, lacking depth, and technically below the standards of modern premium PlayStation VR2 titles. So for me, it's 6 out of 10. It's not a bad game, far from it. It's well designed, content rich, and full of charm, but at $40 it's hard to recommend to casual players. For fans of the series or those chasing that nostalgic, meditative puzzle flow, there's plenty to enjoy here. For everyone else, wait for sale. So, that was my Lumines review, but that's not everything, because we're moving on straight to another review, and we're gonna do Audiotrip. First, let's start from the disclaimer. This game was provided to me for free ahead of release, but as always, you get my honest opinion. Audiotrip is the latest rhythm and dance title to land on PlayStation VR2. Now listen, we've seen many of rhythmic games in VR, from excellent to shitty ones, and the genre is starting to feel pretty overcrowded. So, where does Audiotrip fits in? Is it good or does it suck balls? I'm gonna tell you all about it. Let's go! The first thing that stands out is how beautiful this game looks. Every line is razor sharp, not a hint of blurriness or jagged edges inside. The combination of eye tracking and dynamic foveated rendering works wonders here, making Audiotrip one of the cleanest, most vibrant PSVR2 titles I've seen so far. The colors absolutely pop. Some levels even play with lightning transitions in real time, creating a stunning visual rhythm that complements the music perfectly. I actually wish the developers lean into the visual experimentation more often, because when it happens, it's breathtaking. Combine that with a butter-smooth, non-reprojected frame rate, and you've got one of the most visually satisfying rhythmic games on the platform. The gameplay matches the same smooth energy. Levels are designed to feel natural, your body flows with the rhythm almost instinctively, but they still challenge you enough to stay engaging. Mechanically, there's a lot going on. You hit blocks in time to the beat, some requiring directional swings, others need to be whacked like a drum. Then some need to be touched or traced along the rails in a style reminiscent of synth raiders. And also there is barriers to avoid. For barriers you not only need to move your head out of way, but also the controller. I understand the choice, but I would remove the controller collision. Head is good enough, controller just breaks the flow, it doesn't feel good, and to be honest, can be annoying. Anyway, this variety keeps the core gameplay fun and physically engaging. You have score multiplayer for playing good. You see it as a visual cues on the environment, the particles that get bigger and faster as your multiplier gets higher. Perfect virtual reality design, but also you can see it under your foot or feet. But this game is designed so well that you would know what is going on without any text, that it is nicely tucked in under your line of sight and it's not getting in the way. So anyway, you don't need to look at the text. Each level is handcrafted. Some stages, like the one that feels like a retro Game Boy world, or the one set above Saturn's glowing rings, are mesmerizing. That said, quite a few stages can look a bit similar, and I wish the game took more creative risks with its environment. Beyond the main campaign, there's a stadium mode where you can chase high scores, climb leaderboards, and use modifiers to tweak your experience. Those modifiers are hit and miss. They can be fun in quick sessions, but sometimes feel irritating when forced into the campaign objective, like the ones that makes you score less or makes you stay under the beat score. So, otherwise, full campaign gets boring at points. You go in from very high highs to boring lows. On the customization side, Audiotrip does very well. You can adjust comfort settings, tweak the particle effects, or even change the color of your hands / orbs. It's all very player friendly and it shows attention to detail. The game features around 32 tracks and 120 handcrafted levels. While that's a solid start, it's modest compared to rhythmic giants like Beat Saber or Synth Raiders, which have built up massive libraries over the time. Hopefully the developers will continue expanding Audiotrip with new songs and updates. Side notes for new viewers of the channel: Meta decided to end Beat Saber support on PSVR2 this summer, so do not buy Beat Saber because you not get any new content in it now. The game is done on PSVR2. Anyway, coming back to this game. Saying all that, the existing soundtrack is high quality and every licensed track fits the energetic, dance-orientated gameplay perfectly. And big shout out for including Gangnam Style. What a nostalgic trip that was. I was grinning all the way playing that song. Whenever you are here for rhythm or cardio, Audiotrip delivers. The game includes playlist designed for workout sessions and it will have you sweating without even noticing. Now, just allow me to speak here as a chef but also qualified nutritionist. I can confidentially say that this game gives you this post-workout euphoria. It triggers the release of endomorphins, dopamine, serotonin and even endocannabinoids. Yes, you know, the similar effect to cannabis, but made by your body, so no need to pay your dealer. Money well saved. And all those are your body's natural feel-good chemicals that are released after a good exercise / workout. Is that euphoric flow state where you just finished a track and you barely remember how you did it. A true VR dance trance, so perfectly delivered. To my surprise, I really enjoyed Audiotrip. While the limited song selection and somewhat repetitive visuals hold it back slightly, it's still a solid and satisfying experience. It looks gorgeous, feels great to play, and captures that special sense of flow that only the best VR rhythm games can. So, I'm gonna give it 7.9 out of 10. It's nearly there, just needs few finishing touches. For anyone feeling burned out on rhythmic games, Audiotrip might just rekindle your spark. And on a personal note, when you do YouTube channel and review games, sometimes I just play and complete something and then I review it and then I uninstall the game because I have to move on to the another review. I only end up keeping really special ones. The ones that I feel like I can give some of my very limited spare time, because apart from YouTube and life, I do have full-time job and a family as well, so not that many spare hours. So to keep coming back to a game, for me at least, it needs to have this special thing. And with Audiotrip, yeah, I will keep this one. Okay, so that's the Audiotrip review. Now let's do some news. If you thought that Microsoft Flight Simulator was the only app that could let you explore a truly photorealistic world in virtual reality, then think again. A massive new experience called Worldlens VR is officially planned for PSVR2 alongside Steam version and other major headsets. This game/app was originally released on Quest, and it is basically a next-gen version of Google Earth in virtual reality, but far more detailed and immersive. The developer uses real-world 3D satellite data that is enhanced by AI-powered 3D upscaling, producing breathtaking clarity and depth across almost every recognizable city on Earth. You can even zoom in close enough to visit your own neighborhood or house in lifelike VR. It supports street view, time travel across different areas, and a complete multiplayer mode, which is strange, but hey, welcome. Letting you explore the planet with your friends in real time. You can fly naturally by simply pointing your finger or use gestures to rotate and steer as you glide across the globe. And it's not just visuals, Worldlens also includes an AI travel companion that speaks your language, acts as your tour guide, and understands your surroundings to answer questions about landmarks and locations. Combine that with day and night lighting, adaptive haze, and full comfort options for smooth navigation, all for just 6.99 quid, at least on Quest, and it's shaping up to be one of the most ambitious exploration apps on PSVR2. So PSVR2 owners, the entire world is about to open up, because we're still sticking with exploring the world and talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator and its beta. So the beta are already getting a taste of the next big leap forward. The latest beta update has rolled out a wave of improvements and stability fixes, and it's live now for those of you who are lucky enough to get on Flight Simulator beta on PlayStation 5. But the great news is for PlayStation 5 is that all those updates will carry over into the full version when it officially launches on PS5 next month, and later on when PSVR2 support arrives in 2026. When PSVR2 update lands next year, we will be stepping into the most optimized, visually rich and most photorealistic cities, real-time weather, and the kind of immersion that only true PSVR2 premium experience can deliver. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it. Bye 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 bye.